Okay. I'll hit the Quan here. Hit the Quan.
Smack him with that intro.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Midwest Best Podcast, coming to you live from the sunny tundra that is Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Your one-stop shop for two-bit takes on the questions and topics that pique the interest of the universe. Today with us, we have Jack at J_HT20, Brendan at Babaloo is back, Broderick at _only_Bubba, and you can follow myself at OscarMelk21. Follow the podcast on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at Midwest Best. Yes. No spaces, no caps. That would probably matter except for the spaces. All likes and shares are appreciated. This is a true grassroots movement. We need to make moves through the power of the people.
Yes.
And on YouTube, let's shoot for 20 likes.
Hell yeah.
Please.
Even though we've never topped 5.
Please, I won't eat this week. Not because I can't, but I just won't.
We can't see the beautiful picture because we're seeing so many screens on your.
Damn it! No, I ruined it.
God, we're off to such a great start.
That's what I get.
All right. I want to start this off on a nice fucking rant.
Okay.
What's really pissing me off is all these people on Facebook currently sharing these to the people complaining about how hot it is outside.
That's me.
And showing pictures of snow.
Who's doing this shit? What is it?
Fucking people I am friends with on Facebook. Apparently, I've thought about deleting. I thought about it. It's been 90 degrees with the humidity making it into the hundreds to 110s. How the hell does that compare to complaining about how damn hot it is to winter?
I'm very confused. So I'm
lost.
Just not following. Okay, so these people, So
it's a picture of snow.
Yes.
And it's saying this is for all the people who are complaining about.
I agree
saying, hey,
100%. You know how much easier it is to warm up than it is to cool the fuck down on a humid 102-degree day? That makes me sick to my stomach. I completely
You can put layers on.
But
if you can put layers on, you can't shed any of them, though.
Exactly.
You can only get so naked.
Exactly.
And I can't get any skinnier that fast. So it's not. I'll die if it gets any hotter out. I went golfing.
It's been outrageous.
Oh my god. I went golfing the other day, and I literally came back with such a headache. It felt like I had the worst hangover of my life because I guarantee I was dehydrated. I was just a puddle of sweat.
I thought about going out that day.
Fuck no! What do you mean?
I thought about golfing that day, and then I looked on the Weather Channel and said, feels like 111. I was like, fuck that.
Well, me and my...
I'm not going out.
I guess he's my uncle. We're like, yeah, let's go early. We'll go to the driving range about 8. Tee time about 10 o'clock. We'll beat the heat. We'll be out of there before noon. Oh, yeah. We were out of there before noon, but as soon as 10 o'clock hit, it's like, hey, you want to die today? I'm like, no.
Yeah, see, you went at the perfect time, but the humidity has ruined every time to be outside.
Yep.
It's not the heat. It's the
gosh
darn humidity.
I mowed at 10 today, and it was terrible.
I would rather have dry heat than humid heat.
I've never experienced a dry heat.
Absolutely.
I've never been
dry heat is actually really nice.
Hell yeah.
I bet it is because you feel the warmth, but you're not struggling to breathe. So.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of feeling the warmth, Elizabeth and I are sunburnt as fuck. Her a lot more than me, but my shoulders are looking toasty.
Shit happens when you party naked.
Fuck. That super didn't happen, but all right. Oh.
What were you guys doing getting all sunburnt? What were you guys up to?
We were out at the lake yesterday. We put on less sunscreen than we should have. Her more than me because she's a lot more pale than I am. But yeah, we were just out to the lake doing little drinky drinks.
Oh, that's a good
getting our drinks on. Yeah, just hanging out.
That's what I did a few weeks ago over that Father's Day weekend. Went out on the boat. Decided, it's pretty cloudy out. I don't need sunscreen. Come back, my nose is just scabbed over as shit. Oh man, I was gonna actually start a every time I swear I take a shot. I should probably start doing
Yeah. Good luck.
that. Thank you. I plan.
You
on
should
being
start
dead
doing it
tonight and
any
just not
time
going
that
to work
any of
tomorrow.
us swears, because then when I go off, you'll be just gone.
I feel like I'm gone
I
already.
mean,
So
Jack would be able to last 10 minutes before he got drunk in this podcast.
Exactly.
Jack would have,
If that long.
wouldn't have even made it through my rant, and he would have already been falling on the floor, and he's sitting
Yes.
down.
Yep, correct.
oh my.
It does not take much for you, my guy.
All three of you
Hey,
have seen
I'm
how much of a
jealous of
lightweight I
that.
am.
I'm jealous of that.
Yeah.
Really? Have I though? I don't think I have.
Not
Yeah, that one
I've
night.
never seen.
Have
Hmm?
Have you ever been out with Jack drinking?
A few
No, but
times.
at his place.
Like 3 times.
Yeah,
well, not
yeah,
once.
at
We
your
played some
place,
darts
though, I
at
bet.
what was it? That wasn't Sporties. It was it was Sporties, and we went to Teasers. We did that once.
Oh yeah, he
Mhm.
wasn't that bad that night though.
No, he wasn't. Came over to my house. I didn't feel like he was extremely drunk.
I was focusing a lot more than I seemed like I was. Like, I was putting on a front and trying to focus a lot harder than I actually
Hey,
was.
Look at you, put on a good face. Hey.
Yeah, put up a wall. Yeah.
Oh.
Ugh.
Okay,
Had
Trump.
the alcoholism.
Damn.
I was hiding the alcoholism. It's fine.
That's what I do. See, I'm jealous though. It takes me. I have to drink a lot to feel
Mhm.
anything, and I hate it. So if I had that ability, I'd just be buzzing all night. That'd be you just kind of pace yourself and just kind of be perfect. That'd be nice. I feel. Maybe I'm wrong.
Get the right mix of like water and like food to like
Yeah.
kind of counteract everything and get yourself at that right buzz where you're not too high, not too low. Just kind of
Exactly.
Tony Romo about everything, just right even keel.
See, I screw up though. I mix my water and my vodka,
you
so I'm
son of a
mixing my
bitch.
positive and my negative fluids, and they just can't figure out what's what anyway. So I'm just dead.
Yeah. And I don't mean his record, Brendan. I mean just his attitude. Tony Romo was always just such a laid back, middle of the
Tony
road
Romo's
dude.
always in a good ass mood. That's for sure.
We don't know what goes on behind closed doors, do we, Brendan? Do you know? Are you good friends with Tony H. Jerome Romo?
I've seen his wife.
In person?
Who's his wife
No.
now?
It's his only wife that he's had, but it's that.
Jessica Simpson was like a celebrity wife. Be real.
I mean, yeah, but so is Carrie Underwood.
He dated Gary Underwood?
Oh yeah.
Did you not know that, dude?
Good for Romo. I love
Yeah,
that
dude,
guy.
he was living the American dream.
Yeah, I think it was Jessica Simpson, then Carrie Underwood, and then his wife, who was a Miss Missouri or something like that.
How long ago was this? When?
What
because-
one? He was
Simpson.
playing.
I know
He was
Simpson was
playing
like
with
2006,
Simpson, and he was
wasn't it?
playing with Underwood.
Mhm.
Wow.
Simpson was 06
He went from
and
Simpson
Underwood
to
was
Underwood.
08, I think.
Or vice versa.
Who's his wife now? Is she like anybody famous, or is she just?
Miss Missouri.
You said Miss Missouri. Okay.
I don't remember if she. I don't think she won Miss USA, and she was in pageant. So.
Well, and besides all the money, Tony Romo was a handsome guy, so
Yeah,
I understand
true.
why.
He's got quite
you
the
know.
smile. I'll give him that.
Oh
He
yeah,
does have a great
Probably
smile,
charms
and
all
those
the ladies.
dimples really.
Yeah, it'll bring him in.
yeah,
Oh,
that
the girls
accentuates it.
want to pinch him? I know I do. Damn.
Again, can't stress enough how straight all four of us are in this podcast.
Hey man, we're confident. We're confident in our
Yeah.
sexuality. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't give a fuck.
I'd suck a dick
Sure.
for a lot of money.
What's your bare minimum? Okay.
My
what-
bare minimum?
straight cash right here. I got $10,000. Did you do that?
Man, 10,000? Who's dick?
It's Jack. He's the one that's 10,000.
But again,
I was gonna
we're
say
straight.
somebody you know, but then we got
Do
that in the way.
do we have to tell anybody?
I
I guess not that I care. I'll
I don't know.
$10,000.
No, you don't
It's
have
in
to
my
tell
pocket.
anybody, but you
I've
always think about it every time you see Jack.
I mean, I'd probably think about yeah, I'd probably do that. 10,000? That's a lot of money. I'd take
5,000.
that. Be a little more difficult.
Gosh, Lucas is cheap.
I wouldn't be.
7,500.
No.
What?
Wait.
You wouldn't do 7,500, so you're not doing 500.
Sorry,
That's what I took out of that.
Mm-hmm.
No,
But he had to think about 5,000.
Okay, wait a minute. I read that in my mind wrong. Yeah, I do it for 7,500.
Okay.
5,000. Probably not.
6,500.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get. Okay, 6,000.
No, at 6,000. No, that's my cutoff. That's
6,499.
I mean, yeah, I already took 6,500. Whatever. That's like fucking
6,300.
Right bullshit. 6,300? No, shut up. Quit going low.
I said I would get your bare minimum.
I'm trying to get. Yeah, we found it. 64,999. Okay.
So if I came to you with $64,998, you wouldn't do it.
No.
You're $2 away from 6,500.
Keep going down by dollar. It's horse shit. Screw you. All right, Brandon. What's your number? What's your number, guy?
Probably. Oh gosh.
It's tough
I'd
because
say
I already set a bar.
15,000. Oh yeah, I'm not as cheap as you are.
That's fine. I feel like that's a lot of money. I could do some stuff with that.
No, I would think about it, but I probably wouldn't do it.
Again, this is all cash right now. Clean money.
Fair.
Just like
that's why I would
straight
think about it.
Wired or cash or wired directly into your bank account, no questions asked.
Exactly.
So here's the thing: by law, if you bring over $5,000 in cash to a bank can investigate that.
Yeah, but are we gonna bring this into a hypothetical question?
That's why you spread out the deposits.
Right. Have you not seen Ozark? I know how to wash this money anyway. It doesn't matter.
No, see, I get handed the cash and then I'm instantly probably spending it.
And the IRS goes, "Hey, where'd all this shit come from, huh? Huh, Chief? Huh?" We're getting real about
the
it.
The FBI agent
But
who's been
we ain't getting
tapping
real
into your
about it.
phone.
Okay, Broderick. Minus the IRS, minus the government giving a goddamn two shits
Right.
about your probably $20 that you do it for. What would you do it for?
Oh, I don't know. 30,000.
Oh my! I thought you were gonna say $30.
No.
Lucas is like, "Oh shit, I got $30.
Let's go!"
Lucas is in his car halfway to Howard.
I was ready. I was like, "Woohoo!"
Oh my
Happy
goodness.
Pride Month, everybody! Hey, look at us! Hey! I guess it's not
Going
quite
out
there.
on a
It's
bang.
July, isn't it?
Just
Or is it
under the
June? I don't
radar.
know. Just
Only when we're doing this live, but
Yeah. Oh
You-
my goodness.
You guys start some crap. I'm gonna go grab some vodka. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Does he not have to work tomorrow?
No. Well, no, I think so.
You would assume, right? Because it's a Monday.
Yeah.
Right. All right,
Yeah.
so I'll just regret that decision in about 10 hours.
He said it takes a while for him, though, so I would assume that it's probably going to be a bit before he gets too toasted.
Yeah, but if
I think
it's
it
swear
should be
words.
good.
Oh, wait, here, guys.
Oh,
Here's
the
the
swear word thing?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna take a
Is
shot
it-
right now.
Are you doing the
word
swear word
shots?
thing?
I mean, you're gonna take more than just one shot right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple throughout this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna fucking do it right, we might as well.
But yeah.
Here we go.
So we're doing shots every time we cuss.
I
Or
am.
Lucas is doing shots every
Yeah,
time we
Lucas-
cuss.
Every time I cuss, no. I don't. I'm not
Oh.
stupid.
Fuck.
I'm
All
just
right.
not smart.
Now I got to rethink my entire strategy for the rest
Well,
of
there
this
went
fucking hour.
that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Give me-
Lucas, what's
give
your
me his-
favorite cuss word? No, give me your top 5 favorite swear
Top 5.
And
I
reasons why.
I just did 2 shots back to back, and it's starting to feel a little warm. So now I'm getting a little nervous. I don't know. I don't know if I can keep it up.
Good.
Oh, that is a good question though.
No, that's a great question. That's why I want you to do it.
My number one favorite cuss word is the C word.
Yes, hell yeah.
It just sounds
super underrated.
It really, it doesn't hold much weight as over anything, because it's kind of a stupid word. It just means vagina, really.
Right.
But the way it just sounds so guttural, you know.
And the way that it just stops, it just has
exactly. It has an impact that
Absolutely.
you feel offended just hearing it, but you have no real reason to be. unless I put a little more context into it.
Right.
You know.
Or like an adjective or two.
Say, you stupid cunt.
Yeah.
Just fucking love it. It sounds great.
Yeah.
Be right back. Gonna hit the quan.
Hell yeah. Hitting the quan hasn't been a thing for like 5 years there, Cuzzo.
Yeah, I know. I just brought it back. Every time I have to hit anything, I'll hit the quan. So I hit the intro. That was the quan. I hit the shot. That's a quan.
Hell yeah.
We're the Midwest.
We're 5 years
behind
porch
everybody.
monkeys. I'm bringing it back.
No, that's fair.
There's no reason for it to be racist. You're just a bunch of lazy people on a porch, right? That's a joke from Clerks
Yeah.
for everybody. Let's not get offended.
Yeah, we're getting into risky territory there.
Nah, it's not even risky territory. Have you see which states we're from? No, everybody gets it. Everybody knows.
True.
Everybody. We're just playing games. We're just having fun. We know we're not racist.
Yeah.
As long as we convince the internet that too, we have a good shot.
My big thing is like with a lot of stuff like that, if you believe it, other people are gonna believe it too. So as long as in your heart of hearts you believe that, you know.
But on the internet,
Whatever.
as soon as you say like any joke, any edgy joke or something,
Mm-hmm.
you're just deemed a racist.
Oh yeah, you're opening up the floodgates. But
I don't think I'll get in any trouble just quoting Clerks 2 or was it Clerks 1, I don't remember. But
It's one of the Clerks.
it's one of the
I
Clerk
think it was
movies.
2.
If you haven't seen the Clerk movies, I reference you. Freaking amazing, hilarious stuff. Kevin Smith,
Fantastic.
amazing. But
Mm.
yeah. What about you guys? Favorite cuss words? Yeah.
Probably motherfuck. I think motherfuck
You
has
do use that
a
quite
lot of.
often. It's nice.
It has a lot of like versatility to it.
Yeah. What the
Mother-
mother f? What the
Is there a after that, or is it just?
Oh, just
It
the
depends.
ends.
It depends on the context.
Oh.
Because a lot of times I
Usually
could be
though,
like,
it's not.
because a lot of times I could be like, well, how the motherfuck, or you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
When you
Like,
wanna
well, what the
usually
complete
only-
motherfuck does that mean? You know.
Probably when you put the ER at the end, as for a lot of things that you have to put the ER at the end, you're probably being a little more serious about it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. At that point, I'm a lot more upset and like really like trying to yell at somebody and like get my point across. If I'm just saying it casually, just motherfuck, then like it's probably just in place of some other word that could be filled in there.
True.
Anyway, Broderick, you're up.
I'm up. All right. Well, sorry, Mom, if you're listening, but
Oh yeah, you're
Listen,
insane.
it's already too fucking late to apologize.
Yeah. She hears the kind of hoodlums you hang out with on this. There's no.
I love
We're
how-
probably the reason. I mean, let's be honest.
I love how too, like your
No.
mom asked, well, who's got the potty mouth on the podcast? It's like all of us except for him, pretty much.
Yeah, that's true.
And you swear every now and again, but like
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah.
all of us have the potty mouths. So
it's
Yeah.
more of my
it's
in-laws'
a loaded question.
impact on me, but
That's fair.
I think shit is the most versatile because it could be
Shit
terrible
is very versatile.
Mm,
or it could
mhm.
be amazing. So that's probably my favorite one.
I see that.
Yeah, see, I'm at a tie between fucking shit.
Why not both?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't use them together very often.
Well, I hope
Like
you
shit
never
fuck?
use them together.
like
fucking-
shit fuck.
My favorite.
Yeah, like
One
shit.
of my
fuck.
favorite my favorite combinations is fucking shit. I love that one.
Yeah.
You love fucking shit? That's kind of
Yeah, he
it's kind of
does.
disturbing.
Yeah. I eat the whole
I'm
ass.
shocked you didn't know this about him.
I eat the
I
whole
guess
ass.
if he's
I ain't
gonna
worried
suck
about
dick
it.
for that cheap.
Ugh.
The only time I don't eat
chocolate
ass
dip
is in the
banana.
summer. Even though they call it ass eating season, hell no. I want nothing to do with that. You know how freaking gross and sweaty that gets? You gotta keep it for sweater season. Gets a little colder out. Nobody's got swamp ass.
Nobody's got swamp ass.
Most people don't have swamp ass. Some of them do. I get swamp ass in the fall. I'm a sweaty fella. It's a problem. I don't care. Another shot.
I actually seen a image today of this guy golfing, and I was like, that is Lucas if he's wearing light gray shorts, because his ass is just drenched.
Oh,
completely
yeah.
different color than his
Can't tell
shorts.
if it's diarrhea or sweat. Just good for
Yep.
him.
Hell yeah.
Whoa, who's setting off fireworks over there?
I have
That
no
might have
idea.
been me.
That wasn't me.
God dang.
That might have been me.
It's not even
What the
July
motherfuck,
yet,
man?
dude. What are we doing?
It is tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. It's still 9:54 p.m.
Yeah,
but
but
if you're trying to check the twin score, they already lost.
Oh, I know that.
Ooh.
What
It's
is that?
alright.
What is that? Their third loss of the season? Good for them. Hey, go Twins.
Yeah.
It's definitely less losses than the Angels.
Fewer.
It is
Fewer losses. Yeah.
Sorry, my English ain't all that good.
Dude, please don't worry about it. I can't get my words right today for the life of me. So.
Hey, it's all right. At least you knew that you were white, Bubba.
Yeah.
Were you confused about that at some point in your life?
No.
No,
was.
but Jack was.
Jack was.
I understand that. Being adopted into a white family, you're kind of looking at everybody like.
Have I not told you that story though?
I think you have, but go ahead and retell.
Yeah,
I think it's funny for
Tell
the
this
podcast.
story. This
Okay.
story is fantastic.
So we were in, I think it was first grade, and I had to have been 9. So I think it was like, no, I was 9. So it had to have been like 4th, whatever grade. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I wasn't double digits yet as far as age. But I come home from school one day, and I'm in the car with Mom, and she's picking me up from school, and she's like, so how'd school go? And I'm like, oh, not too bad. And then I was like, Mom, did you know about segregation? She's like, yeah, I did. Like, everyone did. And then I was like, yeah, that wasn't very good. She's like, no, it wasn't. And then I followed up with, well, I'm sure glad that I'm white. And she goes, what? She's like, run that by me again? She's like, I said I'm glad that I'm white. She's like, listen, I got bad news. You most certainly are not.
In terms of privilege, I feel that Asians are right there with whites.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I mean, Asian people who struggle though, like in school and stuff like that, because of like the model stereotype or whatever,
Sure.
like the model set
But
of type.
anybody who's like
stereotypes
failing
could
or
struggle.
not struggling in school, they're probably getting bullied too, right? Have
Well,
you
but
ever
no-
felt any time in your life like you were being hindered? I'm not saying this to make any points or anything. I'm just curious, honestly.
Mhm, yeah.
That you were kind of held back by being Asian at all?
In a sense, and by that I mean that like it felt like there was more pressure on me to do better in certain subjects than others.
Okay.
Certain standards felt like they needed to be met, so I kind of pushed myself to do better in some of those classes. But for the most part, not really. I grew up. I mean, there were obviously bullies because there's gonna be bullies anywhere, and bullies
Right.
will find anything to pick on.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I grew up in a very accepting neighborhood, very welcoming community.
Right.
There were also other Asian kids like in my grade and like also like in Madison and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I never felt like I was weird or different from anybody else.
You
Like I
would've-
just felt like it was something.
You would have hated
know.
my high school.
Yeah.
For one, it was super small. For two,
Uh-huh.
there was one black kid.
Oh, you actually
Throughout
had
my-
a black kid?
Surprisingly, he transferred when he was really young, and I was probably in 7th grade, and yeah, he's been there the whole time. He tried to. Oh, there's a funny story. Nothing to do with his race or anything.
Right.
Weird kid. He tried to light.
Yeah.
He tried to light my grandma's trailer on fire.
What?
Well, what'd you do?
Okay. So this all starts with this kid. This is a long ranging story. This is a fun story. We won't name names or nothing. This kid, he shows up in town, and we notice him riding his bike around. We're all riding our bikes around. We go, we stop and we say hi. We're, trying to have a conversation with the kid. We know he's new in town. We're not really being mean or like bullying him or any sense. We're just curious about, like, hey, where'd you come from? It's like, what are you doing? Like, what made you move here? Whatnot. And he starts telling us his life story about his dad's in jail or whatever. And he gets really detailed into it. We're just like, okay, this is a little weird, but okay, yeah, sure. I'm sorry that all happened to you or whatever. And I go, hey man, I kind of like what you got going there. He's probably about 10 years old and he has a bit of a mustache growing. He's like, I like your mustache, dude.
Wow.
Right? And he goes, why would you say that? I'm like, I just like your mustache. I think it looks good. He starts crying and drives off on his bike. We're like, okay.
What the fuck?
After that, he starts coming around my house. He starts like, trying to be overly friendly with me. Just very weird stuff. And then one day he comes and all my friends are inside my house. We're playing like Madden or something in the living room, and he knocks on the door. And I go, hey, hey kid, what's up? And
Fuzzy. We'll call him Fuzzy.
Call him, hey kid, what's up? And he goes, let me in. He's holding a half of a, those scissors that kind of come apart in the middle?
Yeah.
He has
okay.
half of that. Just holding it, gripping it in his hand. Let me in. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm like, why do you have that scissor blade in your hand? He goes, just let me in. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm like, no. And he goes, come on, man. I really need to go to the bathroom. I'm like, you only live like 3 blocks from here. This town is small. He goes, well, fuck you, man. And he starts walking around the house with that scissor blade. He starts cutting shit with it. He starts cutting the hose we had that's laying around, watering flowers and stuff. Starts cutting like flower heads off. Starts trying to cut shit. And we're like, get the hell out of my frickin' yard, or I'm calling the cops. Like, what else do I say? I don't want to be like that frickin' Clint Eastwood yelling at a black kid to get off his lawn, but I had to, right?
Right.
It's weird. It's freaking weird. And so nothing happens with that kid for the longest time. I think my parents, somebody must have talked to his parents or his whatever, and things must have got settled out. And I don't hear from that kid forever. I see him in school every now and then, passing the halls or whatever, and he'll say like, "Hi, Lucas." I'm like, "Hey," and just leaving it at that. And one day, I see him running around with his backpack, and he starts running out from these trees, and one of the neighbors saw him, and we have this big pile of sticks in the back of, so we have my house, which has a decent yard around it, and then my grandma's trailer, and behind her trailer, we have a bunch of trees. And in that group of trees, there's a bunch of fallen down trees or whatever, like in a big pile. And what he was doing was he was wrapping little pieces of paper around like twigs and stuff and lighting them on fire. In like technically it's like a forested area for where we live in, I guess. And that whole bundle of trees caught on fire. They had to call the fire department down. They had like the neighbors throwing buckets of water on it. They had the fire department come down. They finally put it out. That fire could have spread and caught my grandma's trailer on fire. It was insane. And apparently they caught him running. He threw his book bag underneath a culvert. They found it, and it had like knives, papers, lighters, stuff that he was like planning on doing, whatnot. And he got put on house arrest for like a long time. And every time I walk into, he like thinks we're best friends. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem?
What the complete motherfuck, Fuzzy?
Exactly. Fuzzy was a weird kid.
Ugh.
There's the title.
There we go. Fuzzy was a weird kid. Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's odd.
That's my story.
Yeah, that, and like your thing from earlier in that story about like not wanting to be like Clint Eastwood, it doesn't matter what his race is. When he's doing shit like that, walking around your house, it doesn't fucking matter what his color is or anything like that. You gotta fucking,
I gotta say something.
Not do that shit. Yeah, exactly. Because people gotta not fucking do that. That's not cool. I don't care who the fuck you are.
I'm quite a bit older than him. I could have beat him. I could have beat the shit out of him, but you can't just do that either, right? So I'm just like, please get off my lawn, or I'm calling the cops. Like, I don't know how to handle the situation. Please just leave. No, let me use the bathroom. I'm like, fucking weirdo. Okay, bye.
Wow.
Man, how that kid's life would have shaped up had you let him go to the bathroom.
I'd probably have a stab scar on my stomach.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he was one nice person letting him use the bathroom away from being a really good guy.
That is a strong statement. I don't know that I can get behind that there, Cuzzo.
I never thought of it that way, man. I'm sorry, Fuzzy. I'm sorry. I should have just let you stab me in my stomach and use my bathroom, use my corpse as a bathtub. I don't care. Treat me like a Star Wars tauntaun. Cut me up and sleep inside me. These were the nightmares I had after he cut everything up. No, not really.
I bet.
It was more, hey mom, you should have seen this shit. This was wild.
Yeah. Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So this is what I need to do. I need to start getting a little tipsy before every podcast, because I remember a lot more things in my past. Because I remember you wanted to talk about, life stories or whatever, and I have a problem remembering a lot of the fun stuff that's happened in my life, because I just kind of live in the present, and I don't remember.
He has a lot of fun. That's what he's trying to say.
I have a lot more fun that I remember on any given moment when I'm in the spotlight. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know if that was fun. That was a wild situation.
It was fun to listen to. I tell you that goddamn much.
I'm glad you enjoyed the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From an uninvolved third party, great story.
Thank you.
Fucking top notch.
I've always worried about not having a story like something like that to tell on the podcast. I'm glad I was able to remember that one. Good job, Brain.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Hey, look
Way
at
to
me.
go.
Look
Top
at
notch.
All right. I have no earthly idea how to segue out of that one. Not that we need to. We can talk about other things that might relate to the topic, might jog your memory about what we're talking about. I have no idea where I'm going with this. Somebody wants to chime in and say, "Hey, Lucas, let me pull the reins away for you from a second." That'd be nice.
The only thing it reminds me of is a kid who moved to Madison for a little while, and then one day during gym class pierced his own nose with his earring, like in the locker room.
Good for him.
Why'd you do that, Jack?
Huh?
Why'd you do that, Jack?
I super didn't do that. Bumbles, who moved to town. Yeah, that kid was weird.
Bumbles? They called him Bumbles?
Bumbles. I don't know his actual name. I don't know if he had a nickname or anything. That's just the first name that I came to was Bumbles.
Oh, you mean you just made that up on the spot? That wasn't like a nickname
like Fuzzy.
that you guys gave to him? Yeah,
yeah, like Fuzzy or Bumbles, yeah. Just making up names.
So you named Fuzzy because of the mustache. Where did Bumbles come from?
That was just...
Oh, that was just pure coincidence.
Yeah.
All right, hey, look at you. Look at that brain work. All right.
Fuzzy and Bumbles. But anyway, Bumbles was just an odd kid. Like, he always, like... You guys ever seen that cartoon show, The Boondocks?
I love that show.
He kind of looked like a younger version of, like, the grandpa that's played by Samuel L. Jackson, like, with the weird fro that, like, is receding.
Yeah, Freeman.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's who Bumbles looked like. And he was an odd fucking duck. And then one day, like... Because, like, he transferred in and everything, and then one day he was just gone. And not, like, he died. Like, he moved to, like, I'm pretty sure, like, Missouri or, like, Kansas or something. Like, uprooted his entire life. Like, his family and everybody just
Didn't
left.
tell anybody. It just
in the middle of
the
fucking night. Yeah.
Man,
and then, like,
wild.
we didn't find that out until, like, the school administrators called and were like, "Is your son gonna be coming to class anymore?" We're like,
really?
"Oh, we live in Missouri now." Yeah.
They didn't even tell the
we live in
school
Missouri
system.
now. Yeah.
The teachers didn't have a chance to tell you. Oh,
Yeah,
that's wild.
no.
I suppose it's probably a little different in a school like Madison, where you probably have a lot bigger class size than what we did. Because if we had 14 people, we kind of knew in total, and that was with foreign exchange students. We kind of knew what was happening. If
somebody uprooted their life, everyone was going to know.
Exactly, because whatever happens with anybody, everybody knows. It's kind of sickening, but I'm glad that my parents are really cool. So that every time I went out and drank and they got a call, they were just like, "Yeah, man, you didn't drive, did you?" And I'm just like, "No," and they were, "All right, I don't give a fuck."
Did I go to the biggest high school out of the four of us?
Oh yeah,
Probably.
I think so.
Holy shit.
I had 28 in my graduating class. Had 30 until 2 people dropped out.
Life in a
Halfway
Midwest town.
Then
That's
how
what
did
it
you
is.
end
20.
up with 27?
No,
You said
28.
28.
I had 30.
Oh, well then I am
Yeah, you-
dyslexic when it comes to listening. Whatever.
Apparently.
That's me all the time, brother. It's me all the
I had
time.
20, split right down the middle, 10 boys, 10 girls.
Really, that's impressive.
That
actually.
is very impressive.
That's cool.
I think we had more girls than we had guys in our class.
Yeah, that's usually how it seems to go.
Maybe
I
not.
had a
Did-
class of 77.
Did your guys' like class, was it pretty much the same people? Obviously, probably not for Jack.
No, we went to different
Maybe for
schools.
Jack,
I don't know
though.
anybody who went to your class.
But was it like the same core, you know, about everybody that you graduated with was there from preschool to senior year?
No,
Very.
not really.
A lot
Pretty
of them.
much.
A lot of them, yeah. But there was like 3 or 4 stragglers that didn't make it all the way through high school. Some of them left at about 3rd grade. One of them left at like 4th grade, came back in like sophomore year.
Hey, we had something like that too.
Yeah, right. It's kind of fun. That was Krov. That was Aaron Krovic, friend of the podcast.
Ah, crap.
Hey.
But we'll probably have him on someday. That kid has a lot of
Hell
stories
yeah.
to tell. We'll
Hell
definitely
That
have him
kid
on
has a
sometime.
lot of opinions, and I love
A
to hear
lot
them.
of opinions, a lot of mouth. We'll leave it at
A
that.
lot of mouth. He can tell us all about his Poland days.
His pulling days, yeah, how he gets all that at the tractor pull. Let's go. Krov. Look at him.
Oh gosh, that kid.
We pretty much had the same core. We had the biggest change in class size from freshman year to senior year, I think, ever. In Madison, we started out my freshman year with 150 kids and then dropped to 77 my senior year when we graduated.
I can't ever imagine
Judas.
having a class with 100 and plus kids. That is
Yeah,
That's like our
graduation
high
would
school.
suck.
right. Exactly.
That's like our high school
We were
was.
barely
Oh yeah,
150.
that's bigger than
I think-
bigger than my high school.
We were struggling to meet the quota of 100 people in our whole school, 100 kids in our whole school, because that's what the state required or whatever.
Oh jeez,
Mhm.
Right.
I didn't even-
And
that's
so,
a rough
yeah,
quota
we.
to try
That's
to
why.
meet.
That's why
Wow.
Grand Duel. That's why Grand Duel closed. About 3 years. Maybe I don't remember if it was after I graduated from college or not. But
I think it was before.
was it before? Could have.
Yeah,
been.
because we were talking about it.
Really? I thought we
yeah.
played Grant Duel
Howard?
in high school.
Maybe in the playoffs. You weren't.
No,
in the
not Howard.
conference.
Arlington.
Arlington. No.
Well, when?
When?
Like
Because-
basketball.
Oh, that could
when
have
you were in
basketball's
school?
Definitely possible.
Yeah, when I was in school.
Well, yeah,
So
it
I
didn't
guess,
close
yeah.
before. Yeah, it didn't close
Yeah.
before you were
Yeah, yeah,
out
that
of
makes
school.
sense.
They were saying like 16 or so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm hitting
yeah.
up
I
the
graduated in
chamber.
14, and I remember playing Grand Duel in basketball. But
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys probably did.
Yeah.
It might, I don't think
you're
Denver was in
younger
the
than
playoffs.
me.
yeah, I think I'm the youngest out of everybody here.
No, you are.
Holy Cow!
I
did
could
not
have
expect-
graduated in 13, but I was held back.
Because you were left-handed.
Oh, because I was a August birthday, and my mom, as a teacher, was
Oh.
like, I don't think he's ready yet. So
Yeah, we had a kid who should have been the grade ahead of me, but he was in our
Oh,
class.
held
instead.
back for the sports, huh? That what you're doing?
no,
Cheating. son
Please,
of a
I didn't-
gun.
I was on sports, but I never started.
Oh,
I kept the bench nice and warm for everybody.
I was,
And
We
then-
all were bench
I was
warmers.
good at that too. I had a nice fat ass.
I was not a bench warmer in all my sports. Thank you very much.
I never
You had
said
10
were.
people you graduated with.
28.
hey, I started in our baseball team of 9 players, so you know.
Yeah.
I started on our baseball team of more than 9 players.
So, okay.
I can't give you an exact amount. Also, I was always a starter on our golf team, even when I was a freshman.
Hell yeah.
Ah,
Iowa has, is it 9-man or is it 8-man football?
No, it's 8-man football because we don't
8-man.
understand.
it's so exposed.
That's arena
So-
football style right there.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
arena football still has 9 players. That's the
Oh.
whole thing.
I love 9-man
So,
football. That was fun.
That tiny little town where Dad's from, Grettinger in Iowa, they play 8-man football. They they've got 4 schools that they're with. So it's Grettinger, Terrell, Rutherford, and Ayrshire. So it's all 4 schools combined, and they play 8-man football. My freshman year of high school, when it was just Grettinger and Terrell, I go there for a game because I was not going to play on the varsity team for, football or whatever. So, I'll just go spend the weekend with Dad. So we go to the football game in town in Grettinger, and then we're sitting up in the bleachers, and I'm a freshman, and Dad looks at me and goes, hey, if you transferred here, if you moved to Grettinger, you'd be playing on the football team. And I immediately look back at him, I'm like, you guys play 8-man football, and you have 13 players, 2 of whom are hurt. I would have no choice but to play, Dad. Mathematically. They would have to play me. So.
Yeah, even their basketball team does not have many players. You had to play them in playoffs.
Arena football has 8 players on the field.
No, they have 9.
No, they have 8. They have 3 receivers, 3 linemen, a quarterback, and a running back.
Huh.
I've been watching this stuff on ESPN3.
Well, that's your problem. ESPN3
what
is
arena
fake news.
football are you watching then? Because I'm pretty sure.
AFL. Are you watching the Indoor Football League?
Well, no, I think the AFL used to, because I'm pretty sure in my AFL football game that there's 9 players.
Yeah, maybe.
I think there's 2 running backs.
Googling it.
Were, at least. But
yeah.
I think the Storm have 9. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, they're they're indoor football league, so they might have different rules.
But I mean, the AFL is no longer the best arena football league anymore.
Yeah.
It's now the IFL, which is surprising.
Well, I don't know why they don't just combine.
Pretty much everyone is leaving the AFL to join the IFL.
Is the IFL and the AFL essentially the same thing, or what's the main difference between the two?
I guess
basically just who's running it.
It'd kind of be like the NFL and the AFL before they combined, or
yeah, okay. So it's the same set of rules for each league, I guess. But
I assume so, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. It's been forever since I've watched the AFL because everyone just keeps leaving there.
I like watching arena football, but I don't know how to watch I don't know how to watch the indoor football league. So
you have to go to a game.
Yeah.
According to Wikipedia, it's always been 8-man football.
I always thought it was 9.
The more you know.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting because I think most states have 9.
In arena football, are they able to make crazy plays off the wall, or is that just the NFL Street video game I played? Okay, they are.
Dude, NFL Street 2. That was the best one. That was the peak.
Like the netting where the field goal is live. The walls are live.
Ooh.
I mean, anything that bounces off, you can catch
if you get hit into the wall, then you're down. But
you
can run into the wall yourself and still be up.
But if you get pushed into it, you're down. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's stupid.
Like any contact.
Yep. Any contact with the other team. Yeah.
You really usually have to get really hit into it.
You should be like drugged down at least to your knees before that's a down.
Okay, but that was before all the health issues.
So if you see a guy right in front of you and you're kind of running along the wall, and if you do a jump off it, you kind of plant your foot into the wall and try to jump above him, and you scrape his foot, or you scrape him with your foot as you're pushing off the wall. That's a down.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm not an official.
That's the kind of play that I would love to make if I was an arena football player.
The officials in that league, at least in the arena football, I don't know about the indoor football, but the arena football are not that great. There was a quarterback who fumbled it. Lineman picks it up, scoops it, and throws it up in the air. And the other team picks it off, and they said it was incomplete because the lineman threw it. And it.
Oh,
what?
That's the only reason they gave. It was thrown out of the end zone. It was incomplete. So of course it had to go to a challenge. And
wow.
Yeah, it was.
That's almost as bad as the Saints-Rams call.
That was so good. What are we about, Brendan? The Saints got
almost as
robbed.
bad. I think it's.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's that close to being that bad, but it is bad.
Oh, you're saying the Saints Rams is worse?
Yeah.
Okay, I completely agree with you there.
Yeah.
What's another comparison
then? I think the Saints got what they deserve, which they totally did. Fuck the Saints. I'm taking a shot for that one. I don't even care. But
Still holding on to that, huh?
Dude.
Yeah, no, he is.
I mean, we buried the hatchet. You know how sick I am knowing that he's honestly my favorite player in the NFL right now. That my favorite player, Teddy Bridgewater, went to the Saints. I am disgusted. I hate it so much. I'll only be happy if he gets to start and he actually just does great things. I'll be happy then. Of course, I'll be happy for Teddy. But
yeah,
I hate the Saints.
What if he signs with the Brooklyn Nets and joins KD and Kyrie?
What do we feel about that?
No, what if Teddy Bridgewater joins the Brooklyn Nets and plays with KD and Kyrie?
I'm all for it.
You know,
I'll follow Teddy wherever he goes, man.
You know, he's a little short. I don't know that he can get his jump shot up in time.
I mean, Isaiah Thomas is short. He was averaging 30 a game, though.
Okay, yeah, but Isaiah Thomas has one of the fastest shots.
Imagine Teddy's shooting form.
You don't think Teddy could have a quick shooting form?
I don't think Teddy could have a quick shooting form.
He has a quick release.
He's got like a quick motion.
He's got a quick release for footballs.
He's got a quick release because he has to.
Hey, not anymore. He's on the Saints. He's got a good offensive line.
He doesn't play.
So he doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to move his arm at all.
Yeah, okay, I guess in that sense, yeah, he has a quick release. I mean, he doesn't touch the ball, so I mean, it's hard to have a slow one.
That's a slow release because he never releases.
Well, then what are you saying?
Semantics.
I don't know.
We're just yelling.
I'm just angry.
I just want Teddy to start somewhere.
I do. I really do. I told you guys before, I really wanted him to go to the Jaguars. I would have bought that jersey so fast, that black Teddy 5 jersey. Oh.
No, that would have been too soon. That would have been too soon.
I don't want the teal. Too soon.
Would have been too soon.
Too soon for what?
To have somebody else wear number 5.
Fuck Blake.
That's getting retired.
Trash.
No, he is not.
Retired.
He's going to start next year.
Where?
For whom?
Where?
I don't know where, but
probably the Bills. Who do the Bills have right now?
They have Josh Allen, who hurdles over every Vikings defense.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I went to that game. No, I'll take that one in stride. I earned that one. I bought those tickets and I said, Dad, this is going to be the one game that the Vikings win. We have to go to this one. Yeah. Get absolutely shit stomped by the frickin' Buffalo Bills. What'd they do? They maybe got 5 wins that season? 5 wins?
No, they made it to the playoffs.
No, Bills didn't make the playoffs.
No.
That year?
No. This was last year. This is last year we're talking.
Yeah, it was legitimately just last year. Josh Allen was a rookie last year. In case you didn't know.
Yes. Okay.
Because I'm thinking of the 2017-2018.
No, they got 3rd in the AFC.
No, they got 2nd in the AFC East.
No, I'm
looking at it
3rd.
right now.
I am too. At 6-10, they were one below the Dolphins, who were 7-9.
Hold on. Am I looking at the wrong
2018?
year? Yeah, but it's
2018,
2017, 20. Oh, my bad. You're right. Hold on.
Because I was thinking of the 2017-2018. They made the playoffs.
Fuck. There we go.
Because that's when they got rocked by the Jaguars.
Standings.
Yeah.
Here we go. This isn't what I want. How many wins did they have? What'd you say?
6.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad they at least got 6 wins. Because we lost to a 3-win team, I would have probably krilled myself. Oof.
Would have been tough.
It would have been a rough one. We lost to a 6-win team. Still, that still hurts.
But hey, like I said, if Josh Allen somehow becomes a Hall of Famer, you will be able to say you were in attendance to his coming out.
Well,
was
it a he's still
he wasn't very good until that game.
It's still up for debate, isn't it? Is it not? I mean, he's not.
Yeah,
bad.
that's what he's saying. If he becomes a Hall of Famer,
if he does, he's not bad right now. I don't think he's good yet. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Fuck. Josh Allen. I almost said Jared Allen. I'm like, nope. I like that guy.
Jared
That would
Allen.
have
like
been blasphemy.
Actually, no, I take that
That
back.
would have been
Fuck
blasphemy.
Jared Allen. Fuck Jared
Went to
Allen.
the Bears.
Yeah, went to the. He backstabbed us. He said, "Oh, I'm not getting enough money with the Vikings, even though everybody loves me here, and I love everybody here. Fuck you guys. I'm going to the Bears." Change my opinion. I'm kidding. I love Jared.
I like when you went ring chasing in Seattle, and then they weren't very good.
He went to Seattle.
Yeah.
He went to. He almost had a ring with Carolina. Oh, when did he go to Seattle? Was it right after the Bears?
I think so. Thought so.
No,
I'm pretty sure he went.
No, I think he went to Carolina and then retired there. He rode off into the sunset. He had that video of him on a horsey, and he rode off into a literal sunset.
Hey, fellas, breaking news.
What happened?
The Warriors and Nets are closing in on a sign and trade, including D'Angelo Russell.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope. DraftKings Live.
Okay. All right. Huh.
This killed my boner.
Per Athletics, Shams Charina.
Which the Athletic
I'm
is a very.
I'm looking at it right now. Senior lead NBA insider writer analyst for the Athletic and Stadium. The Athletic.
I don't know.
Who's this guy and why does he have this information? He doesn't know shit. Fake news. Fake news. He's going to the gosh dang Timberwolves.
But that is a good point, Brendan. Why?
I don't
Clay. You have Curry.
Is it a 1-year deal?
No, it can't be.
Here's why. They're afraid.
He's not going to.
They're afraid of the gosh darn Timberwolves.
They are.
This is going to be Minnesota dad coming out here. So I know what's happening. They said it before. They thought it was going to be the Timberwolves and the Warriors in the finals, or in the Western Conference Finals for the next 10 years. Now they see it. They see it coming. Karl Anthony Towns, greatest center in history. They know it. They know it's coming.
You gotta play defense to be the greatest center of all time.
Now they're really trying to screw us over, and I'm about gosh darn sick of it.
Cat and Wiggins are about Defensive Player of the Year candidates every year.
Wait, what?
I can't. I can't with your sarcasm.
No.
I can't deal with your sarcasm right now, Broderick.
Okay, you are being funny. Okay. I was actually worried. I'm like, how bad is everybody else? I'm like, holy crap.
Rudy Gobert, Wiggins.
Yep. No, Wiggins and Cat are like 2 and 3. I mean, you can interchange them.
But they're gonna have to trade him.
Wiggins, fine. Go
No. Russell. I'm still on this.
Okay.
They're gonna have to trade him after next year.
The Warriors are.
Is he okay? Are they bringing him in to play backup to Steph at this point, or are they just bringing him in as replacement?
They would be bringing him in to put him next to Steph for the year because they don't have Clay for most of the year.
What if they move
that's a good point.
What if they move Steph to
I forgot about Clay.
Steph is not a shooting guard.
Why not?
I think you rather
much
have
as people
Russell
want to say.
Why not?
Yeah.
All Steph would have to do is sit on the wing from frickin' by the volleyball line and just pop it
because
up
you don't have your best player not bring the ball up the court.
And you also
Russell
don't.
Is more than capable of being that playmaker for the Warriors, though.
But you also don't put your shortest guy not carrying the ball.
And I wouldn't want D'Angelo Russell playing the shooting guard. So why not move Steph to shooting guard?
Yeah, why? D'Lo has one of the best shots.
He was shooting what, like 44% from three?
Just shooting.
Year and catch and shoot.
The way that I look at D'Angelo Russell, I guess, is more of a drive playmaker. Is he a great shooter?
No, he's a great
incredible shooter.
I have incredibly limited knowledge of the NBA, so anything I say,
he's developed a really good shot, especially mid range.
Bullshit, so I don't know.
He has a great drive ability as well, but Steph doesn't. You just need Steph to be up there. That way he can pass to a cut that D'Lo makes. It's just the way that it would have to work, I think. I think you could. I think a few plays they could do it, but It wouldn't be an all-time thing of having Curry be shooting guard.
I'm disappointed
I see where you're
that
coming from, but I'm gonna hit you with a line that I get from my coworker all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just see it completely differently. It's just me. I just see it differently. I don't know. I just see it completely different. So okay, you have D'Angelo Russell bring it up. He can put on the moves. He's young. He's got spry ankles. You know who doesn't have spry ankles? Your boy Steph Curry. He's gonna break those ankles. He's gonna end up like Kevin Durant. He's gonna end up like Kevin Durant with those.
He's
dang
already
ankles.
had ankle issues.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You have old. So he's relatively old now. He's 30 years old at this point, is he not? Steph Curry.
31, I thought.
Instead of having him be the playmaking point guard and try to do all that dribbly, drivey shit, just have him sit on the wing. Have him pop up his shots that he'll hit more than probably 50 to 55% of the time.
Just uses gravity.
That's what I'm saying. So until Clay gets back, then you have Russell be the sixth man.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't think Russell's going to be a sixth man, though.
When Clay gets back, why wouldn't he? When you have Steph and Clay?
But where I also disagree is I don't think that D'Lo has as great of an all-around offensive ability as a point guard as Steph does.
He does not. But he's a little.
So I wouldn't hinder my.
I don't think you're hindering the team by doing this though, because you have the better shooter as a shooting guard. And then you have your Draymond Green. You have who's their center even? I don't know who their center is.
But like what Jack was saying, D'Lo is a better catch and shoot shooter than Steph is.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes.
There's no way.
Steph doesn't usually
How
catch
are we
and
measuring
shoot.
this metric? Steph can
based off of catch and shoot plays.
I feel like Steph can catch and shoot all day.
He can, but he doesn't make as many as you would think he does.
Really?
There's a reason that he has never in the playoffs won a game or even made a shot down by 2.
See, this is the
with
podcast.
Less than so many, 30 seconds, I think it is. Or
it was something like that, yeah.
This is the podcast that, not that I don't believe what you're saying, but I wish we had Jordan Adolph on because he would probably have the stats and everything to back that up, and I'd be like,
I'm pulling it up right now.
It's I suppose, I guess, huh? But
wouldn't you have Clay at small forward? Like if you went with a small lineup, you could put Clay at small forward.
I think that's what they'll do when he comes back. But I don't
put him at small forward, and
that's what's gonna be scary. That small lineup with D'Angelo Russell or Steph Curry, D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green as the.
Well, what if you put Green at center, Iggy at power forward?
Yeah, against like Karl Anthony Towns, that'd work. Because Karl Anthony Towns, we kicked in the nuts, and he'd be soft for the rest of the game. So.
Man.
Yeah, because even though 6'7" is a little short for small forward, Clay could play small forward.
I mean, Clay's defense is underrated, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's very good defense.
He's a great two-way player, I feel.
Best 3-and-D 2-guard.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. I don't know how that's going to... But yeah, it's a 4-year, $117 million deal.
Oof.
For Russell?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
So they have traded and signed him?
Yes.
It just went through. It just went through. We're seeing it live, people.
Wow.
Oh, the curse of the Minnesota sports. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. This is the kind of adversity that's what's going to throw us right into the finals, baby. This is the kind of stuff.
Hey, man, nobody wanted Teague, and that was probably the contract that you could most likely get rid of.
So now we're just going to... So now that we've just said that we're going to sell the freaking house for D'Angelo Russell, all these players are going to be extremely pissed at Minnesota management. They're going to want out of here by next year.
Mm-hmm.
We're completely fucked. We are so fucked.
Towns wanted out much earlier.
Towns
wanted out, but yeah, because he's getting max deals.
He wanted out because of Jimmy Butler.
He wasn't really liking the place either.
Mm-hmm.
But he says he loves Minnesota.
He can say what he wants because he's getting a max deal.
Yeah, I'd say that too.
Yeah. I'm disappointed in Derrick Rose going to Detroit.
Why? Pistons needed a point guard. He was guaranteed to start, and they threw 2 years at him.
I don't want to fucking...
Stockley.
Yeah, but aren't the Pistons and the Bulls...
Jersey.
No, don't get a Pistons jersey. You're not a Bulls fan if you
get the Derrick Rose Tables jersey. What are you doing?
Yeah,
I already have one.
Oh, okay, never mind. Nice.
Because I was gonna get a jersey of wherever he went next, but I can't get a Pistons one.
Do the Pistons have?
Just get the Minnesota Prince Rose jersey.
I've been trying to find it, dude.
Well,
I've been
anybody
looking.
that has it right now, it's gonna be on sale. Any place that has it, it's on sale right now.
Let me take a look right now. Let me take a look.
Dude, Jack, Pistons have some really sick throwback jerseys. I would not.
You can't be a Bulls fan and have a Pistons jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
The Detroit and Bulls have a big rivalry. Oh yeah, because the bad boys.
It'd be like
the bad boys. Okay, my bad.
It'd be like if Lucas, you were walking around with a Favre Green Bay jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Reggie Jackson still plays for the Pistons, though.
Would it be like that?
Yeah, but well.
Okay.
I think he's gonna get good minutes at least. But I think he was going after any multi-year deal, and I don't know that there was a lot out there.
True, very true.
So as of right now, when you're a Bulls fan and you're thinking about the Detroit Pistons, are you still quite as angry about them for what happened with the Bad Boys era? Are you still look at them every time you play them? There's like a bunch of
every time I see a Pistons loss, I'm happy.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I thought maybe this probably maybe
it's the same thing with the Cavs.
Yes.
Right. I thought maybe it kind of blew over, and then maybe you're kind of looking at it like the Vikings fans do with the Detroit Lions, where it's like,
I mean it's blown over because the Pistons have been trash and the Bulls have been trash.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If we were both good though, I think it would heat right back up.
Yes.
Okay. I can feel that. They're in the same division then, of course. Well, of course, they're like right next to each other.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
And that's part of why it's so heated.
Oh, yeah,
and the thing about it too is that like I feel bad because like I kind of like Blake Griffin too, so it's kind of hard to be like I want Blake to succeed, but I also want the Pistons to suck.
And I like Drummond, so
yes.
Is Derrick Rose going to be their starting point guard?
That's what I'm wondering because they have Reggie Jackson, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see.
They're both at the ends of their careers, so it's like who's better for us right now, basically. Like
it's twilight years either way. I mean, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Based on last season, I guess you'd probably put Rose there, but
I would think after a 50 bomb.
Yeah, right. Like he still has that in him. I don't know. It's going to be tough. Because Jackson's still a decent player, though, too. So
he's not bad. He's definitely starting caliber for a team like Detroit. But if you put him, like if you were to put him in Brooklyn, he would have been behind
Russell,
D'Lo. Yeah,
he'd probably be part of a 6-man award for Warriors. I'm sure. If he played for
the Timberwolves NBA shop, they still have old Rubio jerseys for sale.
The T-Wolves, you say?
Yes.
Let's go. Everybody loves Rubio, though. So I understand that.
I mean, yeah, for some reason, everyone apparently loved
Why would we have a reason to hate Rubio? He's a funny guy.
Why would you have a reason to like him?
Didn't ever play well.
He led in steals per game. It was great.
I mean,
it was fun to watch.
Yeah, that was it.
Between him and Kevin Love, they had a perfect little synergy going, and I liked watching them both together.
Yeah, where they didn't make the playoffs and kept getting the shit kicked out.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, exactly.
And man, Love just went right back and showed Minnesota the love.
Yeah, he went to Cleveland and won a championship. I'm so happy for him.
Can we have a moment of silence?
Wiggins.
Can we have a moment of silence for all the Knicks fans?
Oh my God! Yes, I wanted to talk about this. I forgot. You clear the house. You clear the house to do anything. In this free agency period.
We're gonna get Zion. We're gonna get Durant. We're gonna get Kyrie.
get
over
nobody.
3.
You get Taj Gibson on a 2-year, $20 million deal. What are you doing?
They also got Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Julius Randle, Taj Gibson down low. That's a pretty good down low. But they have nobody else.
Well, did you see the ESPN graphic on the draft?
Oh, yeah.
Players needs.
Everything, yeah. They're not wrong.
Definitely not wrong.
Team needs everything. New owner. Yeah.
So
you can get a Butler Prince jersey.
I know. I was looking at the Rose ones, and literally the only size they have available that I see is extra large. And I am not an extra large. I don't know if you boys have ever seen me, but I'm not an extra large in anything.
Just talking.
No, I think I accidentally got one of your white shirts one time, and man, that was snug.
You're a youth extra large, probably.
Hey, I've thought about that before. I could get away with it. I've looked at the measurements for some of those things. Like some youth extra larges are like about the size that I wear anyway, so might save a few bucks here and there.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Very good. Okay, breaking news again.
Mm-hmm.
NBA free agent Nikola Mirotic has decided to sign with the EuroLeague club.
Yeah,
he decided that hours ago. Yeah.
He just said, "Fuck this! I give up on the NBA. I'm done."
I think he just wanted to go back home and play basketball.
Not get punched by Bobby Portis.
I mean, it's true. I think he also knows that he's a bench role, a great bench role. Yeah. Any team would love him coming off the bench, but he's just a bench role. He can go home, be closer to family, and start and be just as great as he was before he came over.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
He
Malcolm Brogdon to the Pacers. That's weird.
Brogdon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Malcolm Brogdon to the Pacers.
Man,
the Pacers they said, fuck Rubio, let's get a better point guard. And then they did.
The Pacers are so good at picking up just like these minimal role-playing guys that just end up meshing well together and having such great chemistry and end up looking really good.
Like, a guy who averaged 50-40-90 and was the most underwhelming and underhyped 50-40-90 season of all time. Don't fucking tell anybody, but I was shooting fucking lights out all year from every single range. Don't let anyone know, though.
You're right, though. I don't understand how it works because they get their star is Victor Oladipo,
who they got because he did not look very good after his rookie year, and then once he got into Indiana, it was a whole nother ball game for him.
He was okay in Orlando still, though, after his rookie year.
Yeah, but then when he went to the Thunder, it was not good.
That's because he was playing with Westbrook, and Westbrook's not a championship point guard or a good point guard at that.
Yeah, but
you brought up Westbrook around Jack. Here we go.
I also think, though, I think when you put Oladipo, with Westbrook, and then he sees how it could be, he really grows.
What's your Broderick alluded to something about Westbrook and Jack. What's your statement on Westbrook, Jack?
I just think he's the most overrated point guard in the entire NBA. I don't think he's ever going to win a championship if he keeps playing the way that he's playing. I think he puts up empty stats. I think he's a stat chaser, and I don't think that anything that he does statistically should be taken, at surface level and be like, oh, wow, that's so impressive. He did that. It's like, no, he forced all of it. He didn't play the way that he should have, and it doesn't lead to success in any meaningful way.
I completely agree with you, but as a casual fan of the NBA, and I don't really know the sport too well as much.
You
as
love watching him play.
I can break down the X's and O's of the NFL. When it comes to basketball, I'm completely clueless. So when it comes to everything that I say, I've been saying this a lot tonight, is that it all comes down how I feel, kind of opinions that I've kind of taken in and kind of look at and I watch it and I go, okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay, Colin.
Right. No, if I was Colin, I'd say something stupid like, Russell Westbrook is the best player in the NBA. That's the kind of bullshit that Colin
Colin Cowherd hates Russell Westbrook as much as I do.
He does, actually.
But you see what he's trying to say.
No, I
something
get
just
what
to
you
be
mean, though, yeah.
controversial.
Yeah.
But it just comes down to how I feel. So I don't really know what I'm talking about. What bleeds you to believe that he's putting up empty stats, even though I agree with you?
He's putting up 40 points with 10 assists
and 10 rebounds, and he's the only
10
player.
Usually, sometimes it's up to 15.
Yeah,
but by then he also has 50 points.
It's like you're my player
about
in 2K
12 turnovers.
Oh, yeah,
he's probably shooting around 20% from three, about maybe 35 to 40% all over. So he's probably taken about 60 shots to get his 50 points or 40 points or whatever. And then when you look over the season, he is the only player in the entire NBA who has 10 plus rebounds per game and a contested rebound percentage under 30%.
I've seen many Twitter videos of Westbrook stealing rebounds from.
It's crazy.
Yes, sorry.
His stat line for the season: 22.9 points, 11.1 total rebounds, 10.7 assists,
averaging a triple dub.
How many turnovers?
Barely, though. It doesn't say that on the direct line. I will look here.
But isn't that kind of impressive though? Even though
not if you're turning the ball over all the time. If you're passing the ball with only the intention of, because he yells at his teammates for not shooting it when he passes it to him.
Oh, he's that asshole.
Yeah,
he's
like he'll throw you the ball. He'll throw you the ball and immediately be like, "Shoot the ball!" Like it hasn't even gotten to you yet. Like you won't have even caught it yet, and he'll tell you to shoot it.
What a jackass.
And granted, I know that he is a point guard, but offensively, he only ever in his entire career has only averaged 1.7 total offensive rebounds. So he's doing all of his rebounding on the defensive side.
Right.
See, I used to love Russell Westbrook.
I used to as well. I used to be a huge Westbrook fan when KD was still there.
The only reason that I turned around on that completely is the one moment this last season where he was inbounding a ball, or no, he wasn't. Was he inbounding? Is that what it's called? If he's standing outside and he was throwing it in, inbounding the ball.
Yep.
And some little kid touched him and said, "Hey, Russell, how? I really love you, Russell." He goes, "Get the fuck off me, kid! Don't touch me."
That was fucked up.
And he even confirms it in the post-game interview. He goes like, "That should never happen ever in a game. Nobody should touch me. I'm too important."
Yeah.
So his turnovers
me around on Russell Westbrook.
Turnovers per game last year 4.5.
Not as bad as I thought, but
he only steals 1.9 steals per game, and he only half a block a game.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It just, and his shooting splits are not good. Didn't he shoot like below 30% from three this year or something like that?
29%.
Yeah. So for somebody who's a shot chucker and is shooting below 30% from three, but still takes
averages 1.6 3-pointers made out of 5.6 attempts.
But to be fair, I guess Russell Westbrook's never really been known for making his 3-point shots, but he's probably been taking a lot more than he should. So
he's only known for driving.
Right. Exactly.
And he can do anything around that rim. He's an incredible player around the rim. He can jump up. And for a point guard, oh my God, what
crazy!
An athlete.
Most athletic point guard ever.
I agree. Exactly. I mean, maybe we argue Derrick Rose in his prime.
But for the longevity, though, you guys know how I am for
longevity. And what he's still doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So in a way, he's kind of like the Cam Newton of the NBA. He has all the talent, that could be.
Yeah.
But there's something with his mental state. There's something with the way that he plays.
It's just about him.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And isn't it something to be said too that everybody, like, with the exception of James Harden, pretty much every significant player who played on that 2012 Oklahoma City Thunder team that made the finals against the Heat, they've all won a championship. KD went out and won one. Ibaka just won one now. You know, Perkins won one in 16 with was Perkins on that team? He might have been.
He was on the Celtics team, wasn't he?
He might have been in Celtics. Yeah, he might have still been in Boston. But still, to see all these different players who have spent time and played with the Oklahoma City Thunder and then gone on to be more successful other places and won titles and had a lot of postseason success and stuff like that. Russell's clearly a problem here.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you could say that about Harden, though, too. I mean...
Could you?
Can you?
Who's
imagine?
been better since they left Harden?
I'm not saying that Harden's worse than Westbrook. But I think you can make somewhat of the same argument for that his attitude and everything is in its way. I mean, they're saying that him and CP3 aren't going to get along.
Yeah, but Chris Paul can't get along with anybody. He can get along with Doc Rivers.
Chris Paul. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Chris Paul.
Okay. All right.
People honestly hate Chris Paul.
He's an asshole.
I'm like you, Lucas.
He is Rondo, basically.
Which is why their beef, Rondo and Chris Paul's, when they had that huge flare-up and fight and everything, and like we're talking shit to each other, didn't surprise me at all.
No.
But hey, Rondo has a championship or two. How many?
There's a great beef history episode on this as well that you guys need to check out. It talks about how like they've always been compared to each other since they kind of came into the league around the same time, and it was always team success for Rondo and individual success for Paul.
Yeah, because Chris Paul's one of the best point guards of all time.
Yeah, easily.
Not that great.
Yeah.
And Rondo can't even be argued. I would say not in the top 15 ever, but he's got
absolutely not.
But he's got a title. And that was the thing, is that's part of where the beef started, was back in like 2009 or something like that, where after Rondo had won a title, like after a game, Rondo and Paul, during like handshakes after the game, Rondo just said to him straight up, he's like, "I've got the ring that you're never gonna get."
Oh, yeah, and he still doesn't have it. I love that beef so much.
Part of the thing though is Rondo is a traditional point guard. None of those guys get any love unless you're as good as Jason Kidd.
I thought Rondo was amazing with his time with the Celtics. He was.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was absolutely.
But he has
no
that
shot.
Ball around. He really he doesn't. But the way that he sprayed that ball around between Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen.
Oh yeah, he has great eyes.
Shuttle work.
And the truth. Yeah.
Oh my.
The lie.
No, the truth. He was the truth on that team.
He had to take a wheelchair to go take a shit in Game 1 of the finals.
He had already shit his pants.
He admitted it.
He had already shit his pants.
Have you heard some of his takes since he retired?
That's why
horrible.
That's why they call him the lie now.
Oh my
God!
God!
Of his takes.
No, I want to bring this back.
Horrible.
I want to bring this back.
If
you shit yourself on the court, would you walk that off?
No, I'm taking a wheelchair as well.
You would think of any goddamn reason not to show that you shit your goddamn shorts.
Especially when they were home, so they're white jerseys.
Yeah, I'm not blaming them at all. I am not blaming them at all.
I need a stretcher. I need a wheelchair. You bring me anything. I can't walk out of the stadium. They're gonna get a camera on my ass, and I can't see it. No.
I just love that. That's my favorite.
There's already one angle that it looks a little brown on your shorts.
Poor Paul Pierce.
Do you take those shorts home and like frame them, kids?
Yes.
That's how dedicated I was.
Don't.
This was the turning point.
Don't let the equipment team see those shorts ever.
I burn them. I burn them as soon as I can.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hey, yo, GM, I need new shorts, or equipment manager, I need new shorts.
Because I know them equipment motherfuckers. They take pictures, and that shit would be blasted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Real quick.
That's kind of like what's his face, Jose Calderon, when he got traded to the Warriors for like an hour, and they already had jerseys ready for a game, and then he got released before the game. So there's just this duffel bag full of like every single type of Jose Calderon Warriors jersey. And he never got to set foot in their facilities or anything.
The Warriors are trading Iguodala to the Grizzlies.
Yep.
Holy shit.
What?
I assume probably just for cash. Or like to get.
God damn it! The Bucks are signing Robin Lopez.
Hey, let's go Bucks!
Fuck.
That's my team. Let's go. They're getting somebody.
Al
Do they
Horford to
keep
the
Middleton
Sixers.
fucking-
That's interesting.
Fucking
Yeah, Middleton
hate the
stayed.
Bucks as well. It's also a Bulls
Middleton
rival.
stayed.
All right, the Bucks are winning the Super Bowl. Good for them.
They do have the
Right.
Lopez
Yeah.
brothers now.
Yeah, that's cool.
They have. Wait a minute. They have Robin and the other guy.
Brooke,
yeah,
yeah.
They re-signed Brooke.
I didn't know that. Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Does one play power forward, one play center?
No.
Oh,
No, they're both centers.
this is stupid. I mean, I'm okay with it because I'll have a backup center, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you have one of the best backup centers in the league.
true.
Yeah. So you'll
He's
have a guy who can splash
also-
threes.
Also, his fucking 3-point celebration is incredible. Stir the drink and down it. Oh, God.
Oh,
Who
KD
is
and Steph Curry loved that. Robin Lopez,
Ooh.
the guy that we just lost from Chicago to just sign with
The
Milwaukee.
guy who
apparently.
I wanted to stay in Chicago forever. Just fucking love that guy. He plays with so much passion.
Yeah.
Also,
what
going
about
all the way back to Mirotic,
Mhm.
I can save $220
on what?
on an authentic jersey of Mirotic on the Bulls site right now.
Do it.
No shit.
Yeah, it's still $80, but
You don't want that. You want a Laurie Markkinen jersey. That's what you want.
I mean, yeah, but that's gonna be $300.
Dude,
Yeah,
just
I want a
do it.
Levine jersey.
You got that manager position. You got that guala. Spend it. Come on.
I mean, I have enough for it. I don't know that I would spend that on a
Nah,
jersey.
man. Rent's due tomorrow. Don't do it. I'm kidding.
Oh man. I want Chicago for their jerseys next year. I want one of their alternates to be that baby blue, like that city that they've been going with lately, with like the baby blue and the red of the Chicago flag.
It'd only be on the city jersey.
That's
You
what I'm
gotta hope
saying
for
though.
the
Have like a
jersey.
city jersey where like the alternate city is the baby blue with the red lettering, and then like maybe like probably the red stars
Yeah.
down the side too.
Something.
I mean,
Something
you're
about
hopeful, but I don't think you'll see it.
something about blue and red makes me kind of sick.
See, I used to feel that way too, and then I started seeing it more often, and like it just kind of makes sense.
I don't like it. Makes sense. No, they are. What is it on the color wheel, Brendan? Help me out here. I think-
Lucas-
Cool and warm.
Lucas, I'll
No.
I'll drop a picture
Uh-huh.
because I don't think you're. I think you are just thinking of regular blue. This isn't regular. I'll send you a
Okay.
picture.
But like a light baby blue, maybe.
Yeah.
But I prefer my light.
It's a
baby-
powder.
I like my powder blue, my baby blue, with some pink. That's the only shade of red that I'll accept with my blues.
I think you'll accept this jersey.
Go ahead and send it. Where you
Mhm.
sending it on? Tell me.
The Discord.
As a pinstripe, I really like it. If the whole jersey was baby blue, nope, I'd still like it. I lied.
And
I lied.
then
that'd
also,
be a good mix.
Mhm.
even the black of this year looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, with the stripes and the stars and everything across the chest instead of.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, they were killer.
I was gonna bring that into fuck the American flag. It looks ugly, but
We would have been banned from everything.
why? Why would we?
I don't know.
I just don't like the way the American flag looks. The red and blue. I don't like the color mixture.
I feel like there
wear
is
a
too
red
much
shirt.
red.
I wear a red shirt with blue shorts. It's ugly as hell. It's a stupid.
Depends
color
on the shades.
combination.
It depends on the shades.
Nah, does it though?
Yeah, if you wear maroon and navy, that's a good look.
I mean, I think
maroon.
the
See, that's the difference
Sixers
though. If we're
blue
wearing
and
American
red
red,
look well together.
I think it's ugly as shit, honestly. But if you wear American red and American blue, royal blue,
Mhm.
that's an ugly color combination. You can throw the
Depending
white
on how
in
it's
there.
worn.
You can throw the white in there to mix it up, but I think it's ugly. As in an artistic sense, as a graphic designer, Brendan, I'm surprised that you don't agree.
I think blue shirt.
Red and blue go well together
because America
also,
said
Jack,
so.
That's not at all how primary colors work. Jack, even though this isn't the design you would probably go with, this is what you're talking about?
Yes, almost exactly that.
What are they? Tertiary colors? Is that what that is?
I don't know if I like that.
I mean, I don't like the design, but
I don't like the design, but the colors.
Yeah, the colors work.
I love baby blue. I love baby blue.
Yeah, I would get a Levine jersey in that.
I still absolutely love Utah's fucking city jersey.
Oh my god!
Just all different shades of red and yellow.
That dig dog look.
Oh god, it's so good. So fucking good.
It shouldn't work, but it does.
Oh, it works so well.
So, Lucas is drunk, so don't take a lot of my opinions. Don't take a lot of my opinions into consideration. But now I knew this fact. I knew that red and blue made purple. I knew that that's a great color. I know why those two colors work in a way now.
Yeah.
But I'm still mad, and I'm still gonna disagree with you. Fuck you.
Okay, that's fair.
But okay, this is what I'm kind of mad about right now: is what color doesn't blue work with?
Black.
No.
A darker blue does not work with black. Navy and black.
Dude, think about this. Think of a black jersey with like blue pinstripes. Think of that black with like dark blue pinstripes.
You're thinking Orlando Magic, that look? I'm saying navy blue.
Because it's the same color, essentially. That's the problem. You're going to have trouble differentiating the colors. But if you get up close, it kind of looks kind of sick.
What shade of blue?
Well, that depends.
What shade of blue are you saying? Like, what shade of blue doesn't work with what color?
No, what I'm saying is, so blue in general. So you think of the primary color blue.
Okay.
It works with every color.
Correct.
There's not a color it doesn't work with, and I love that. Yeah. That's why blue is my favorite color.
Mauve.
What the hell is mauve?
It's gray purple.
That sounds like Maud from the frickin' that 70s friggin' TV show.
Mauve is the most depressing purple in the history of existence.
I remember mauve.
It's mauve.
Yeah, I know. As I said, it sounds like. Whoops, I put a B again. Let me try putting that V in there. Oh, that's a B. Mauve. I don't know. It's kind of a purple. It's a dark. It's like a. It's more.
He's talking more of the really shitty one.
What's the shitty one?
Like dark pastel.
So yeah, it's like
fourth one over.
What kind of tint would I call this? Yeah, it's like a pastel. It's like
the fourth one over would be. Would be the one I don't know that would go well with blue.
I'm trying to imagine blues with this. Copy link, copy image, open paint.
Welcome to the graphic design portion of the Midwest Best podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
You know it's graphic design because he's opening paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the graphic design majors program of choice here. We're gonna put in a dark.
The only blue that mauve works with is navy.
Really? What about like a royal blue? Let me copy this shit in. Let me copy this shit into
start watching the Twitch here in case you're wondering. Yeah, you painted too much there.
No, I got it.
There it is.
I got it. Hold on. Let me find the grabber tool. Where's the grabber tool? How does paint work?
It's probably
not great, but I wouldn't say you couldn't do it.
If you use that mauve, where'd you pull fucking mauve from? How'd you know what mauve was?
Dude, he was the one that had probably 104 crayons.
I actually didn't, because I didn't have that kind of money, having a single mother who was a nurse.
I'm the kid who had that shit. And that was probably like Purple Mountain Majesty purple. That's probably what that color was.
I'll be honest, I don't know how you would have ever.
I don't know. Mauve was just one of those colors that I've stumbled upon. I know a lot of different colors and shades and shit. I don't know.
I don't think it's a bad
it's no goldenrod.
I experiment with a lot of but I'm saying you were saying the royal blue, like a lighter shade of blue than what you have on the screen.
No, royal blue is about that blue. That royal blue is my school's colors, my boy. Royal blue, black.
Then something light. Okay, try something a little bit lighter than that, but not powder
lighter.
blue.
I think what
slightly lighter shade.
I think what Jack calls royal blue is like PlayStation blue.
Yes.
What the hell's PlayStation blue? Let me Google that.
Like Turtle Beach headphones. Like that traditional original blue. Like Warriors blue.
Okay. No, not that. See where the PlayStation's on?
I have them paint right now.
No,
that's that royal blue.
I'm looking at my TV that has PlayStation on it right now.
I don't understand what you mean, like the menu?
Yes, if you sit on a game and then it just goes blue, that's the PlayStation blue.
This blue that I'm looking at right now.
That's a little lighter.
It's a little lighter. So I see what you're saying because you have pastel color with pastel. With the royal blue, you're getting a little bit more of a contrast. That's what you're seeing.
Yeah, I wouldn't put a pastel blue with a pastel purple.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't put any pastel color with a pastel color because it just ends up washing too much out.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do in fashion nowadays. I mean, who's to say what colors don't?
I am. I'm to say. I'm the.
I mean that's all colors have ever been though. It's always been.
See, Jack agrees. I'm the color master.
What?
I said I'm the color master, and then I heard a stern from the background, from the peanut gallery over here. So
I don't know.
I'm the color master.
I would say that, and this isn't hard to say, but I would say of the four of us, I definitely take the most risks and wear the most different color combinations and things like that. So I would say that's why I know the most colors out of all of us, because I would say that I wear.
How often do you wear red and green together?
Or red and yellow?
Red and green, it depends on the outfits. So
that is a good show.
Are you asking like for working out or like what are you saying? Just in general?
Wearing it out.
Wear that shit on Christmas every year.
I would say about at most 5 times a month.
Red and green, like what kind of? I suppose it comes down to what kind of.
Any shade of green.
What kind of reds you're putting on?
Any shade of green, any shade of red. I would say that I combine them.
Well, I mean.
At most.
Really? But they're complementary colors, so they always go together technically.
Are those two complementary?
Yes, they are. They're across the color wheel.
The colors that I wear especially are like that cherry red, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Like that default general red that everybody thinks about. And then neon green. I have a lot of neon green.
It's a really weird color wheel.
Yeah, I don't like it. Okay, I see one that makes more sense.
What about red and yellow?
That's it.
What about red and yellow?
Well, they're from the same original hue, so they usually work really well because it's just a mixture of red and green.
Okay.
I would say, yeah.
They're also primary colors technically.
Right.
You can discuss what actually is primary, if it's cyan, magenta, and
violet.
Violet, yeah. I don't know why I couldn't come up with violet.
Okay.
Or if it's red, yellow, and blue. Technically, when you're mixing colors, it's cyan, magenta, violet. But as far as what we grew up knowing, it's red, yellow, and blue.
Yeah. I wear a lot of like pink and navy to work. I wear.
Just because your fucking shirt's always pink.
Well.
Hands
but I also have like it's the most comfortable. It's that JF Ferrar, that one that you like.
Oh no, JF Ferrar. Oh, that's so comfy.
I know, right?
The hell's a JF Ferrar?
It's a
JC
dress
Penney
shirt
brand.
company.
Insanely amazing.
It's one of those that you don't have to wear an undershirt unless it's like very light and see-through. Then you probably should, just in case a little nip situation. But JFR, you could wear a
won't
dress
want
shirt
to
with
wear
them.
an undershirt just because
they're so comfortable. It's crazy.
What does it matter? We're guys. We can show the nips all we want. You can go to work with shirtless, can't you?
No, not shirtless.
Why? Pussy, you won't.
I think most works have some
right, I won't.
dress code.
Yeah, I have to wear a tie like 28 days.
Yeah, my dress code at work
roughly.
is just make sure you're covered. Yeah.
Oh,
that's about it.
Are you here?
Are you here? Yeah, kind of.
Love that.
In a way, it kind of is. It's like they really don't care. I've been dressing up a little more fancy recently.
There you go.
I wear my khaki shorts, and I usually wear a sweatshirt because they have to keep it cold in there because of all the electronics. So, so I get to wear a sweatshirt all the time, and I freaking love it. It's like
I can't wear
sweater
shorts
weather
to
year
work.
round.
I can't wear shorts to work. I have to wear like full on like khaki dress pants or like just dress pants in general or jeans if it's a jeans day.
If I ever get promoted into the front office, I'll actually have to dress up. I'll actually have to wear like khaki, not cargo pants and.
Yeah, but then you can get those really nice dress up sweaters.
Ooh, you right. I can be real fancy. Time to.
I think Rigo would look good in a cardigan.
I think I would too. Let me Google what a cardigan is
again. It's a V-neck sweater with buttons.
So,
look up a male's cardigan.
Yep, I figured that out. I figured that one out. Let me zoom the hell out. This is that's too far. Where's 100%? I gotta find that again. There we go. Oh heck yes! I would rock that so hard. Ooh, this is like Assassin's Creed ass freaking cardigan. Yes.
Oh man, this.
I will never spend the money on a cardigan.
You can get it at the right place. Get it for the right price.
Look at this. I wish I could pull that off. Oh my.
I do feel like that is more an Asian culture kind of cardigan there.
Fair.
That slim fitting suit almost like.
I'm about to prove you wrong, little
bitch. I like that side mount. I don't fucking prove you wrong. Man. See what you gonna do about it.
Oh shit! Fuck. Okay, I think this is a good time, Cindy,
to get off.
To close this shit off.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
He's got to go purchase cardigans.
I think I gotta go purchase cardigans. I gotta go get the fucking bed because I got work at 4 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 4:30. So all right. Thanks as always for listening, everybody. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it if you could spread the word a little bit to your friends. It'd be great. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Midwest Best Yes. Hit us up on the YouTube. The YouTube, I'm going to edit this up a little bit. We're going to throw it on there, have a little bit better. It's going to be a little more fast-paced, get you really going. I'm probably not going to throw any pictures on there this time just because I have to go home on Wednesday. So I don't have time. I really just don't want to. All right. Thank you for listening. Peace out, everybody. Thank you.
See ya.
I'm waiting for everybody to say bye this time, so you go ahead.
Oh, bye. Bye.
I already put mine in.
We're out.